So I have some updates regarding my project that I've been planning for the last, I would say, month. I had touched on it like vaguely in one of my past artist talk videos, but basically I had this plan for a video piece I really wanted to do up the country, and I had worked it all out, and I had this great idea of connecting like the gallery space where I'll be having my solo show with this external site, which I'm not going to disclose right now, but I wanted to link the two in this exhibition. So all of the planning was done around this site, and it was going to be a video piece that was going to be filmed. I had gotten a friend on to help, and all of this had been like emailing back and forth with the visitor centre that was close by, booking out all the equipment. Everything was planned, and then like literally less than a week before actually going up, the visitor centre got onto me and explained that within this site the carbon dioxide levels had risen to a point that they had never seen before, and it was now really dangerous to go in, and I'm no longer allowed to enter the site. And this has never happened before. It was supposed to happen tomorrow. That's when I had a plan for, so I booked the day off work and everything for it. So yeah, I'm going to postpone for now until I think next weekend. I'm going to leave a week to gather my thoughts again, make another plan, but I think I still might go up and just film the few shots I can, and then I can always try and find another location that's similar to get the shots that I'm no longer able to get, kind of fill those in. But it's so disappointing because like no matter how much planning you do, these things happen and there's nothing you can do about it. But oh my god, it's so annoying. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Like in a couple of months maybe I'll look back and think, oh thank god that happened. Because one, like I could have passed out inside there if I hadn't known this, if I hadn't contacted the visitor site. So always, if you are going into a contained space, always check with like the people who are on the land at visitor centres, because I would have just went up. Like I was planning to not say it to them, and I was just going to go up and go into this space, and I would have been screwed. I'm grateful for that, and also maybe this will actually lend to my concept and I will find something else to fill that gap in the performance, and it might turn into something else that's even better. So I'm trying to think positively about it, but it is very, very, very annoying. The sun is really bright right now, so I'm just going to try and say this as quickly as I can. Yeah, I had also received just some other bad news where one of the awards I had been longlisted for, it came back that I didn't get to the shortlist. And that, I think I was disappointed at first, but now that it's set in a few hours, I'm looking at it a little bit differently. And I think the prospect of not getting in was always very nerve-wracking to me, and I thought like, oh god, how will I react to that? And I was fearing it. And now that it's actually happened, I weirdly feel this motivation that I wasn't expecting, where I think it was kind of a mentality shift of, okay, well, that's their loss, and I can't wait to prove them wrong, to show that they underestimated me. The ray of hope, but I do feel that strongly, that, you know, it wasn't my time to be in that show, and I wasn't meant to, and I need to do my work in defiance of that, you know, prove them wrong. And perhaps it is one of those moments of, I will now make better work in response to that than if I had been in it. That's all that it is. It's a little failure, but sometimes they carry so much motivation. I know one of the other points in my life where it was actually kind of how I got onto this theme of Lilith and this whole kind of style of work that I was doing was all inspired by tension that I had with some of the tutors in one of my years. I was trying to figure out my painting style, and I made a painting. It was my first kind of Lilith that I made, and I made it in a state of anger because I felt like I wasn't being understood, and that led me on a new path entirely. I'm so grateful. So I had kind of channeled that anger and resentment into creativity and into a new piece of work that I otherwise don't think I would have made. And I think it feels like another one of those moments of, I feel anger, and I think that's far better than sadness. Like I felt disappointment at the beginning, which I suppose is sadness. It was so brief, and I wasn't expecting it to be so brief. And now I just feel anger, and I think there's a lot of like power to anger. And yeah, I'm kind of like, okay, fine. Like, I just don't really care. But I care about my practice, but I just don't care about that. So I think there is definitely a power in kind of your mindset on these things. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm currently in my college when I literally graduated already. Well, graduating in October technically, so, but definitely not meant to be in here. But I had to varnish some of my paintings, which are in storage in here. And yeah, also just had to have a meeting with a studio that is granting me an associative membership, which is great. So I'll be able to go up there and use their facilities too. But yeah, it's just like another opportunity because, oh my god, I won't have this college anymore. Well, I will. I'm also a graduate resident here, so I'm allowed to be here. But yeah, it'd be nice to have actually a professional space. I have to move out one of my paintings. This is so stressful. So I have to basically lift this downstairs, but it has to be turned like on its side in order to fit through the doors. But it's like drilled in. The painting itself is drilled into the crate. And then I have to do this one next week, which is even better. Not even better, even bigger. Arguably worse.